What do it do, YouTube? It is your boys, Frank and CJ. Back at it like a bad habit. If you want something, go grab it. The dynamic duo. We are back. We are back again, ladies and gentlemen. Frank, my brother from another mother. How you been, homie?
I'm good. How are you? Shit. I'm good. How are you?
Hey man, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I got my puppy in the room with me. He's
Yep.
sleeping for his bedtime. It's
hmm
10:46 p.m.,
Yeah.
which is also part of the reason why I'm being so quiet. Uh,
Yeah.
my parents are asleep.
hmm
But yo, it has been a minute since we've been together on stream, Frank, and I gotta tell you, man, it feels good to be back. I missed you.
Yeah. It's been a long time, but
Yeah,
yeah,
too long, man. Too
I
long,
know.
man.
I
It's
know.
been a long time since I've done a video.
Yeah.
Um, so
Me and
basically, go ahead.
me and Tro haven't even done a lot lately. We've done a couple, but I'm not even currently subscribed to Peacock at the moment, so we can't even do reviews till I subscribe, till I resubscribe. So that's one
Well,
of the reasons why me and Tro haven't been doing much lately.
well, for the sports thing, right? Like the baseball and all
Yeah,
that, right?
we've done. Yeah, well, it's not baseball right now. It's hockey. We've done hockey videos lately. Yeah.
Baseball, hockey, same thing.
Mm,
I'm just kidding. It's not the same thing. Obviously, I'm not stupid. Um,
mm.
there's obviously differences, but uh, I was going to say on the WWE side, if you want to subscribe, you got to go to ESPN now because they,
No,
as you know,
no, no,
they're
no. No, that's for the current product. You
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
need which I'm subscribed to ESPN for the hockey package, but yeah, I don't watch the current pay-per-views.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
need Peacock for the classic shows.
mhm.
Like right now we're doing the Road to Judgment Day 2004. So
Oh, okay.
we got like 3 SmackDowns I think to go, and I
Oh,
don't I don't have those Smackdowns because like some of them I have on like DVDs and shit where I can watch them. If we were doing like something from '03 or that would have been no problem. But they're not even on Netflix. Like Netflix, you can put a VPN and there'll be Smackdowns, but they don't have a lot of them. So yeah, whenever I resubscribe to Peacock, we'll be able to continue that Road to Judgment Day '04.
yeah. Uh, I use Peacock also for the classic shows.
Yeah.
Um, and speaking of classic shows, let's talk about our first topic today. By the way, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, do all of that good stuff. We're coming back faster and harder than ever. No Diddy. Uh, don't need to say that, but we're coming back, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming back, and yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And this is going to be kind of an emotional topic for me on a personal level. I'm not sure how Frank is going to be, but I'm probably going to get emotional. Um, we're going to talk about John Cena uh, greatest moments, like promos and matches and stuff like that. And I'm a huge Cena fan. I make no I make no jokes or qualms about it. I am a huge Cena fan. I own several of his shirts. I used to have a hustle. I used to have a John Cena hat that said respect. I lost that in the airport somewhere. Um, but yeah, I'm a huge Cena fan. In the corner there, you're not going to be able to see a thing from this angle now. I have a John Cena uh, life size thing, not an
Yeah.
action figure, but it's like one of those life size things. You know what I mean? And my brother-in-law got that for me for Christmas about a decade ago. Um, and yeah, so I'm a huge Cena fan. And watching him win the Intercontinental Championship on Monday, that was incredible. I was just telling my parents this. We live in a timeline right now, where John Cena is the Intercontinental Champion, CM Punk is the World Champion. Isn't that a crazy thing? I
I
mean,
guess.
it's just funny how life works. So we're going to talk about some of our favorite John Cena matches, promos, etc., moments. And I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna give one of my favorite John Cena moments. It wasn't a match, it wasn't a promo, it was just a moment, and it was Extreme Rules 2011, right after the show had gone off of the air. And I don't know if you remember this or not, Frank.
Yes, I remember. Yep.
He announced to the crowd that
Yes.
we had permanently ended Osama bin Laden, and
Yep.
just goosebumps, man. Just that was goosebumps for me
Yeah.
on a not on a personal level, but just goosebumps just to hear that crowd go crazy. And yeah,
Yeah.
what about you, Frank?
Favorite. There's a lot of great Cena moments that I can think of. Obviously, when the year I became a fan was the same year that he got into WWE, and I became a fan late. It was pretty much I pretty much became a fan right around the time that he was slowly starting the rapper gimmick, which is pretty wild because I loved rapper Cena. I thought that was a
Right.
great gimmick. Um,
But
the
get your
one
mouthpiece up, put my piece in your mouth. I'm like, whoa.
the one thing that comes to mind in terms of like a moment, it's not a big moment or anything, but it's a like personally a very memorable moment for me. The first time he ever did the "You Can't See Me," it was a backstage interview with Fanaki, and Fanaki, I guess, sort of mocked him. Maybe mocked that he lost to somebody or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Cena's like, you know what, Fanaki, you're a funny guy. Look here, I got something for you. So he's reaching in his pocket like he's about to pull something out. Fanaki's like, what? You can't see me. I swear. The very next day, because back then SmackDown was on Thursday, so we had school the next day. It would be a Friday.
Oh,
The
right.
very the very next day, I went to school and was doing that to everybody. Anybody. I was
You
like,
know what?
"Hey, I got something for you." You get to the point where, like, by the end of the day, I did it to somebody, and one of the other kids standing next to us is like telling the kid, "No, no, no, don't fall for it." Like everybody knew I would. Oh man,
Well, you know what my favorite thing to do is now? And shout out
what?
to Bubba Ray for showing me this. Hey, you know who asked about you the other day? Nobody.
Uh, ah, I didn't
So
really hear what you said. Hold on, say it again.
I said, you know who asked about you the other day?
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
Nobody. Okay.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hang on one second. I gotta
Yeah.
throw this out. You know, I'm just gonna keep my light off. You can still see me, right?
Mhm.
Unlike Cena, you can't see John Cena.
You kind of got light from your TV, so that's good.
Okay, yeah. Well, plus I can always do this too, and that brightens it up.
There you go.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
Jax, dog.
I there are so many.
Get out. Go.
There's so a lot of his freestyle like battle raps with. He had the battle rap with
Yeah.
Spanky once. That was hilarious. Where like Spanky got, I think it was Brian Hebner, right? To beatbox for him. That was
Hang on.
hilarious. That was
I
great.
think I gotta let my dog out. I think he just ripped ass in my room. Let me go let him out.
All right.
Be right back.
All right.
I don't know if y'all remember my new kitten Petey here. He's not so new anymore, but
Yeah, you've
he is
had
a
him
sweetie.
for close to a year now, right?
We got him in March of last or 2025. So yeah,
Yeah, getting there. Definitely getting there.
yeah. I think he turns a year next month.
Yeah. Well, speaking of anniversaries, not to get off the whole Cena thing, but
Go ahead.
you mentioned emotional. Well, this is pretty emotional. Today is the 20-year anniversary, and I don't think it is for you yet because it's not midnight over there yet, but it's midnight here. It's beyond midnight at this point. But
Oh, you didn't
today,
tell Eddie
November
Guerrero
3rd,
passing?
yeah, November 13th. Today is the 20-year anniversary of Eddie Guerrero passing. I cannot believe it's been 20 years. It still feels like yesterday when I found out. I found out the
Yep.
next day at school. I didn't even know day of.
Beep, beep, beep.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Have I ever told you how I found out about Eddie's death?
Um it's the anniversary. You might as well tell it because I don't remember if you did or not.
So I was. It was at my. I was in my old house, and
Okay.
that house is huge, by the way. So
Mm.
the upstairs was like its own apartment, kind of. The downstairs, like the basement, was its own apartment, and then the middle area was like like it was like three apartments in one, pretty much, right?
Wow.
That's how big it
Cool.
was. At one point, my grandma, my uncle lived with us. They slept in the basement because it had bedrooms and
Yeah.
family room and everything. So, I mean, it's not like we just like locked them down there and said, stay down there. No. So, anyway, I was at the old house. I was in the computer room, which was on the main level. I was in the computer room,
Yeah.
and I was on WWE.com, and I saw that Eddie Guerrero had passed away, and I originally thought it was bullshit storyline, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I see the videos of like McMahon saying something, Chavo Guerrero said something, and like Chavo was like all emotional. I'm like, is this real? Because I thought they were going the way that he died. He got hit with a chair by Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought, yeah. Um, so I didn't really buy it until uh, right before Raw, and that's when it hit me like, damn, Eddie Guerrero died. Because why would they use that as a storyline?
Yeah.
You know,
Uh, so I didn't exactly have like bit like internet access that I could access like whenever I wanted back then. Like I was living with my grandfather. He had a
you know, just was,
computer. Yeah.
oh, okay. Come on, Jax. Come on today. Sorry about to play that. My cat likes to play this bullshit game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So like I was saying, I didn't really have internet access that I could like access at all times whenever I wanted to back then. We lived with my grandfather, and he had like a computer in the apartment, and I would have to ask him to use it. And I guess I didn't want to use the computer that day because I don't ever remember going online that day. And I came to school. I went to school the very next day, and one of my friends came up to me and was like, "Did you hear that Eddie Guerrero died?" I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're fucking around.
Right.
And he's like, no, for real, he did. And then in school, like maybe in a couple of classes later, we had like this social studies teacher who, whenever we would talk about wrestling, he'd be like, I don't really care about that. You guys love that. I don't really care about that. So this same dude walked me over to that teacher and asked the teacher, did you hear about Eddie Guerrero dying? And the teacher was like, oh, that wrestler. Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, oh no. Like if he knows it, then obviously it's true. Like
Right.
that's where that moment was where it hit me. Like, holy shit, Eddie Guerrero's gone.
So, like I
Yeah,
said, it hit me. I remember telling my dad right before Raw, I'm like, Dad, Eddie Guerrero died. And my dad's response was, Chris, that's not funny to joke about.
mm,
I'm like, I know it's not. I'm not joking. He really died. My dad looked it up. He's like, oh shit. And it hit me watching that Raw, the opening of Raw, all those superstars on stage,
yeah,
majority of them in tears.
yep.
I remember seeing Big Show, Booker, Kurt, Shane. I think
Benoit was
obviously
yeah,
Benoit,
yeah,
Chavo, Ray. They were
yeah.
I think even Cena was crying a little bit. Did he? I don't.
I really don't remember. I don't. I've only watched that episode like once, and I don't ever want to really rewatch it. So
Right,
yeah, I don't.
right.
I know Cena worked main event that night because
Yeah, yeah.
The show ended with Cena like putting
Trying to
down
remember
an
who
Eddie Guerrero
did Triple
shirt.
H.
No, I think it was Ray. I think he worked Ray, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think
Possibly
that's
right.
who it
You
was.
might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember at the show ended with
yeah, because Triple
Cena
H faced Benoit, right?
on that show. I'm not sure, but I remember the show ended with John Cena taking an Eddie Guerrero shirt, laying it on the mat, like in the middle of the ring, and then putting the WWE title on it. That's like how the show ended. I do
Yeah.
remember that. I'm almost
Batista
certain it was Ray
SmackDown.
though. Yeah,
And then Batista at SmackDown kind of did the
yeah.
same thing with the world title.
Yeah, and Batista was distraught. I remember that.
Oh
He
god,
was absolutely distraught.
he really
Yeah,
was. It was
yeah.
yeah. Um,
I think
when
the
I saw
last I think the
when I,
last
go ahead.
conversation I think the last conversation that Batista had with Eddie was about how Eddie was going to win the world title on that exact SmackDown.
Yeah,
And for some reason, I guess Eddie didn't want to do it because that's what Batista talks about on Eddie Guerrero's DVD that they released in 2008, like a 3 disc set of some of his matches. But there's a segment in that DVD where Batista talks about his last conversation with Eddie, and it was that Batista was trying to talk Eddie into something that they wanted him to do, and he wasn't happy about doing it. And I know
mhm.
that it was revealed a couple years after he died that Eddie was supposed to win the world title from Batista because at the time Batista was hurt. And I guess Eddie just didn't want to take the belt off Batista. I don't know. And that it seems like that's just putting two and two together. That I could be completely wrong about that what that conversation was about, but that's just putting two and
Pickle
two
patties.
together.
I gotta let my dog out. Hang on.
Yeah.
Pickle patty. Yeah, just pizza on it. I gotta be careful. I almost had on my headphones again.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry about that, folks. I gotta go let him back in a minute. Yeah, he was bugging me.
Nobody's really watching at the moment, so it's not a huge
We
deal.
can edit it out. um, but yeah, just I remember tearing up, all those wrestlers
Yeah,
crying. I was like, damn.
yeah. I
Uh,
still can't believe it's been 20 years, man. Like I
I
said, it still feels like yesterday.
yeah, I know. 20 years, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so being back to John Cena here, uh, what like I said, I watched him win the Intercontinental Championship on Monday. I'll get my thoughts on that in a minute. Let me go see if my dog is ready.
Mhm.
Come on. So yeah, I like I said, I remember watching John Cena win the Intercontinental Championship. There's my boy Jess. Hey, look, say hi to the people. Say hi. Say hi to Frank. He's like, fuck you, Frank. Anyway, so sorry, I'm all over the place a little bit. Monday night, it was right before I went to the bar, and they had John Cena's last time in Boston, and he came out, gives a promo, whatever. Dominic came out, and Cena challenged him for the Intercontinental Championship. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't think Cena was going to win, if I'm being honest. I thought he was going to put the young guys over because that's what you do in pro wrestling. I don't like that. I don't agree with it, but whatever. It is what it is. Um, but here's why I don't agree with it. You have a job, right, Frank? At
Yeah,
Walmart.
yeah.
At Walmart, do you ever have to let younger guys get ahead of you?
Well, technically, the store I'm in, I'm new. I'm new to the store that
You're,
I'm in.
you're new, so do you expect
Yeah.
the veterans at your store that have been there for a while? Do you expect them just to move over for you?
No.
Then why should that be the thing in pro wrestling? You see what I'm trying to say?
Well, see, my feeling on that is the thought is that if a big name loses to a new guy, young guy, that young guy all of a sudden is a star, and I don't agree with that. Fake wins and losses doesn't make somebody a star. You get over by your own character. How you perform is what gets you over. If the crowd is behind you, that's what gets you over. You don't just get over with a fan base just because you won a fake match, just because a writer said this guy wins this match. That may work with the internet, but that doesn't work with a full pro wrestling fan base.
That may work with the internet, but that doesn't work for me, brother. um,
You get over with your character. Stone Cold Steve Austin got over with his character, the beer drinking, beat up his boss. That was something
yeah.
that the fans can relate to. Everybody hates their boss. Every pro wrestler, a lot of pro wrestling fans in the '90s drank beer and
Hmm.
all that type of shit. That's how you get over. Rock got over because he was a star to begin with, but once he developed that character that he was, the if you smell what the Rock is cooking, he started looking like a star in the ring. That's how you get over. You don't get over just because You know what? If
You
that
win.
were the case, Sheamus would have been one of the biggest stars of the 2010s because
Facts.
one of the last pay-per-views, actually I think it was the last pay-per-view of 2009.
He beat
Sheamus
John Cena.
beat John Cena for the title. And
Yeah.
look, Sheamus has had a good career, but
Yeah.
he is not John Cena level. He's
No.
not Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, that's not how you get on that level. You get on that
Respectfully,
level.
respectfully, I don't even think he's Eddie Guerrero level.
Well, Eddie Guerrero, I put Eddie Guerrero close to those
Cena.
guys.
Yeah.
He's not on that level, but in terms
Well,
of entertaining, in terms of being entertainment, in terms just an entertainment level, he was one of the all-time greats when it came to entertainment.
yeah.
Obviously, from mega star, like okay, he necessarily wasn't on that level, but he was still a mega. He was still an entertaining guy that the fans
He
absolutely loved.
he was a megastar that Logan Paul wishes he could be. Sorry, I don't.
I don't watch Logan Paul
Yeah,
enough, but he comes out. He seems like somebody who would be a really good heel.
he's a
So
great guy.
I yeah yeah.
By the way, before I forget, hey, Pepsi, sponsor your favorite YouTube channel. Do it.
So one Cena
Well,
moment
hang
I
on,
want
hang
to
on, hang on.
yeah.
Because I wasn't done with my story. Sorry to
Oh yeah,
catch up.
go ahead.
So, uh, John Cena won the Intercontinental Championship, and I
Right.
watched it live as it happened. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna lie, tears came down my face a little bit.
Hmm.
Tears came down my face. I started crying. I'm like, what am I doing? I can't be doing
Because
this before I go to a bar
because
because
you
I'm gonna be
just
looking like a
real
little bitch.
you realize somebody who you grew up watching
It's
is
almost
very
done.
very close. Yeah, he's almost done. I get that.
Yeah, it was. It.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When he retires next month, dude, I'm gonna be a mess. Straight the fuck.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be
Like
sobbing
when
probably.
Flair retired.
Oh, probably 10 times worse because I grew up with Cena. I didn't grow up with
Yeah,
Flair. I grew up with
yeah,
Cena.
right.
Um, but yeah, I'm a massive Cena fan. Um, and one of my favorite promos that he cut. Is it a promo? No. Yeah, I guess I'll go with a promo here. Because my favorite match of John Cena, my favorite match of all time involving John Cena, is with CM Punk
Yeah.
at WrestleMania, or at not WrestleMania,
No
Money in the Bank
money bank. Yeah, yeah,
2011. Five
yeah.
star match. I don't do the 5 star thing, but if I did, that's it. Right there.
I
That's it.
agree.
Snapshot.
Yeah.
And God, I mean, goosebumps just talking about it. Uh, I mean, I can't do it justice. And that whole feud leading up to Money in the Bank,
Yep.
beautiful, awesome, great stuff.
Yeah.
Good promo work from Punk, good promo work from Cena. I loved every single second of it. Take me back to that time because it was awesome. Um, and then my one of my favorite John Cena, not my favorite of all time, but one of my favorite John Cena promos happened this year in a build to another match with CM Punk. I don't know if you saw this or not, Frank,
No.
but he
No.
recreated CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Oh, I heard about this though. I didn't see
Yo,
it, but I heard about it. Yeah.
go out of your way because he did a fantastic job. He, I mean, some words he did verbatim from Punk's promo, but then he also kind of took it and modernized it a little bit. He talked about, hey Claudio Castagnoli, hey Matt Cardona, how you doing? And I was just like, oh boy, and I loved that. That was just fantastic. And then Punk's promo the week after, where he comes out to word or the Thugonomics or Punkonomics. I mean, that was. And he tells one of my favorite line from the CM Punk promo is when he goes, John Cena, call me Kendrick Lamar, because bitch, you're my Drake. I'm like, well played. Not he didn't use those exact words. I can't remember the exact verbiage, but like he referenced that he was Kendrick and Cena was Drake. Because let's be
Yeah.
real, Kendrick defeated Drake in every metric, every single metric. I'm sorry, whose diss track has 5 Grammy Awards? I rest my case. Boom. But anyway, back to the subject of John Cena. Yeah, his pipe bomb recreation was fantastic. How about you?
So a couple of things I was mentioned before you had to keep leaving the room. I was talking about
I'm sorry
one
about
of
that.
my no, you're good. One of my favorite freestyle battles that he was in was with Spanky, where Spanky got, I believe it was Brian Hebner. I'm pretty sure it was Brian Hebner.
To do the
It was,
beatbox.
yeah, to do the beatbox. That whole back and forth was hilarious. It was a good little moment for Spanky too, who
Yeah,
obviously at that point was just getting his feet wet with WWE.
give Spanky a
Um,
rub.
yeah. Um,
See, and that's how you give a
so
rub without having to lose. Sorry.
so yeah, in terms of like favorite match, I agree with you. Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank 2011, just the drama of that match, the Chicago crowd. I've always said one of my favorite moments of like just a post match moment was when the 3 count happens and they cut to Vince or Mr. McMahon, I should say. They cut to Mr. McMahon and he's got that, that look of, oh no, my company is in trouble here. The
Yeah.
guy, he's leaving us with our belt. He's got that far away look in his eye, and this Fire Burns is playing in the background as that just that just added that just added to the drama. And it sucks that like literally the next time that we saw Punk, he no longer used this Fire Burns, because that helped make that moment so like awesome, because a great dramatic
Well, I
theme
thought he came out to
song.
Cult of Personality. Or no, 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 that was in the build up to SummerSlam.
That's when, yeah, no, his next appearance was when he came out to Cult of Personality. Yeah,
And
that
that's a great song. It's a great song for him. I mean, I
it's a
love that.
great song, but it's not like a dramatic song. Like I said, a dramatic theme song can add to the drama in the moment, and that was that moment to a T. Like
Yeah.
Mr. McMahon sold it very well. Like
That's another topic we
no,
can discuss is our favorite entrance theme
yeah,
songs.
and without the theme, Mr. McMahon sold it so well. Like you would believe in that moment that, oh shit, his company really is in trouble here. CM Punk really is leaving with the belt. When in actuality, he had literally re-signed like right before the pay-per-view
Right, like
began.
right before the
But
match, I think. Yeah.
no,
Um,
from what I remember,
well,
before
maybe
Money
before
in
the
the
pay
Bank,
per view, like
yeah, I
that
think it
day,
was
but
before
right
the
before it
pay-per-view.
went on the air. Yeah.
But yeah, the theme song playing in the background just added to that drama.
Hmm.
Another match that I liked of John's was this is one that doesn't get talked about a lot, but from where John Cena was in his career in 2003, The Undertaker was the perfect opponent for him.
Right
And
here
they
in Denver,
had,
Colorado, baby.
yes, and they had a great veteran versus the Punk Kid rookie, which,
Yeah.
yeah, Cena he was pretty much there for about a year now, versus the Punk Kid rookie who thinks he's all that, and Undertaker's gonna teach him a lesson, and that the build up to it was great. SmackDown in the summer of '03 was just fucking untouchable, man. That's stuff I grew up on. I obviously became a fan. I've said it so many times. I became a fan Thanksgiving 2002, and
Hmm.
pretty much my first year, all I could watch was SmackDown. I'd occasionally watch Raw. Obviously, I attended a Raw in 2003, but I was mostly watching SmackDown. But yeah, summer of '03 SmackDown is just fucking top notch. But
You
that Vengeance match,
was
it was so damn good, man. And I love the finish, the ending where, Cena again, his cockiness cost him the match. He didn't get the shit beat out of him by the dead man. His cockiness was what cost him against the veteran. They were doing the spot where he's standing up on the second turnbuckle and Undertaker's, leaning on turnbuckle, boom, boom, the punch spot, boom, 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 and
your
then Cena
last job.
stops. Cena stops, does his little taunt, and Undertaker gets him. Boom. That's it. Taker wins. And
Wow.
that was Vengeance 03. If it wasn't for WrestleMania
We covered that
19,
show, right?
it was literally our second or third. I think it was our third show. It was literally our third show. But if it wasn't for WrestleMania 19, Vengeance 03 would have been the best damn show of 2003. It's not based on just the wrestling. It's all these matches. The way they were built up was so damn good. Even
Yeah.
the second damn match of the night, Billy Gunn and fucking Jamie Noble with the indecent proposal storyline. Very short storyline that was just for that pay-per-view. That was freaking great though.
Mm-hmm.
Sable and Stephanie, great build up there. Zach Gowen, Mr. McMahon, great build up, and just a damn good. It's a shame what happened with Zach Gowen, but him and Mr. McMahon went off that night, and then you got triple threat,
Yeah.
which probably not as memorable as the prior year's triple threat. For some reason, in 2002, 2003, Vengeance became like the triple threat pay per view, but that '02 triple threat was amazing. Brock, Kurt, and Big Show had a really good triple threat, though.
And Kurt was in both
Um,
those triple threats, just to put that out there.
that's true. Yeah, it was the Kurt Angle that became the Kurt Angle triple threat pay per view for 2 years there, and
Yeah.
obviously you started off with Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit, which the fan who had the Eddie Guerrero deserves an Oscar sign, it essentially summed up 2003 Eddie Guerrero
Yeah.
because he did deserve an Oscar. If they gave out Oscars to wrestlers, Eddie Guerrero would have got one in
Oh,
2003.
sure. I'll give one more match and one more promo. Um, one more match, or one more. You want one more match? This one isn't get talked about, but this was good. His TLC match with Edge at Unforgiven 2006 was a
Yes,
great match. And
yes.
that doesn't get talked about as much, unfortunately. His feud with Edge
Yeah.
was fantastic. You know.
The whole feud with Edge was amazing. It was
Mhm.
one thing from 2006 that I would absolutely say was actually really good.
And I love I love this segment. It's not the promo I'm going to mention, but I love the segment when Edge goes to Cena's house and he slaps John Cena's dad.
Yes,
Great stuff. Great stuff.
yes,
And
yeah.
then my other favorite Cena promo. There's a whole bunch of them, ladies and gentlemen. We can go on for days on our greatest promos, our favorite promos. But one of my favorite promos is you got Big Show, you got Carlito, you got Kurt, you got Shawn, you got Edge. Those five guys are in the ring, right?
Mm.
And John Cena's out on stage. He's a champ. And he proceeds to roast each and every single one of them. Do you remember this?
What year was it?
2006?
2006.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
was it leading up to the Chamber?
oh
Because it
five, oh
sounds.
six.
Was that leading up to the Chamber match?
I don't
Because
know
the
if
way
it was
you
leading
just,
up in the chamber,
I
but
would, because like everybody you mentioned, I think was in that Chamber match in '06, right? Oh, did you say Edge was there?
yeah.
Oh well, maybe not because Edge obviously was not in that chamber match because he cashed in
He,
right after.
he goes down the line and he says, Big Show is a giant, he's enormous, but he's just in a case of big things, small packages.
Hmm.
And then he goes to Shawn Michaels and he says, "You're a legend and there's nobody better, but you're a little too frilly wearing chaps, chains, and leather." And then he goes to Carlito. He goes, "Carlito, you ain't cool." And Carlito's in the ring. "What? I'm cool. Cool." And then he says something and he goes, "Instead of choking out apples, you should be, instead of spitting out apples, you should be choking on these nuts," and tosses like a bag of nuts at him.
Yeah, he did that a lot in like '04, '05.
And then he goes to Edge, and then Edge, "You think you know me? Well, John Cena's like a pinwheel, so go ahead and blow me." And then he said, and then he just goes straight to Lita, and he goes to Lita, and he goes, Lita's a slut. I shook her hand last week because she gave me gonorrhea. I'm like, yo, yo, damn, just straight to it. Even the competition's like, whoa, straight to it. And then he goes to Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's going south. But get your mouthpiece. I'll put my piece in your mouth. And I remember just thinking, like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
That's how it went my mind. Yeah. you know why I said it? I mean, it was just like, wow. And then
yeah,
honorable.
That's a pause. That's absolutely a pause, man. Go ahead.
Honorable mention for me. This wasn't necessarily a John Cena promo, but it was incredible. It was one of Mr. McMahon's best moments. And Booker T was there too. I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say what McMahon said, but
that was wild. That was wild.
Still a boss. It's good in the hood. So yeah. They're taking care of business. Keep it up.
Oh my gosh. Yep. And then Booker T, they cut to Booker T. Tell me. Oh my gosh.
Ninja.
Yeah. That was such a wild moment. Like, I want to know what was going through, if it was Vince's call, which I'm sure it was, whoever threw it out, if somebody threw it out there, like, what was going through these people's minds when they was like, yeah, let's do that. Even though it's on pay-per-view. It's on pay-per-view so you can curse, but you have to think of the backlash. Like, no pun intended. No pun intended. Backlash pay-per-view. Yeah.
It's not the first run-in with the N-word on live TV.
It was. That was a mistake, though.
For you.
That was a mistake, though. And that's obviously, they probably thought of that. It was like, Booker, didn't you have that slip up on pay-per-view one day? It's like, yeah. Well, let's do that again. Let's go back to yeah. Oh, gosh.
Okay, let's switch topics here.
Wait. I got a couple more.
Go.
So,
give you the last two.
So, there are so many. I wanted to think so much. Obviously, Cena had great moments in his whole career, but obviously, as somebody who grew up around the time as the rapper gimmick, Cena, I think back to moments like that in that time period. I want to talk about this is more Kurt Angle, but obviously Cena was a part of this, so we can count it. Kurt Angle, during his feud, leading up to his feud with Cena, they had the No Mercy match in 2003.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle comes out with a Mark Brunel jersey, dressed up like Cena. He's got the chain and everything, and he just starts rapping like he's dissing Cena, and it was the most hilarious thing ever. And then they bring out like a mini Cena, and Kurt Angle just starts saying, "You can't see me, you can't see me," and then he covers the mini Cena's face. He's like, "Now you really can't see me." I remember cracking up watching that. That was
I can do Kurt Angle's verse, right?
Yeah.
It goes like this: My name's Kurt Angle, and what the heck? I won this gold medal with the broken freaking neck.
Yep.
You can't stop me, no. I may suck, but you just blow.
Yeah. But there was a lot before that too, because he said a bunch of hilarious stuff. I wish I could remember. My favorite part about that was Michael Cole saying Kurt Angle's dressed like a thug. I'm like, so wait, Mark Brunel's a thug? Like, poor Mark Brunel, he's getting called a thug.
Yeah.
So there's one more great hilarious moment from Cena in his early years. There was a match with, I want to say it involved Rhino. Well, I think it was, yeah. So it was Cena versus Rhino at the end of a SmackDown in like January of 2004. And I guess the rule, the stipulation was, if Cena beats Rhino, and this was back in that short time period where after Stephanie left, Paul Heyman became the GM of SmackDown up until the draft. So I was like after No Mercy, but up all the way up until the draft in March. So the stipulation was if Cena beats Rhino, then Cena gets to shove soap down Paul Heyman's throat. So Cena ends up winning, and then Chris Benoit comes out. I don't remember how Chris Benoit got involved, but obviously he was kind of feuding with Paul Heyman at the time because like Heyman would made him the number one entrant in the Rumble and da da da. So all that happens. Benoit ends up getting involved somehow. He must have did a run in or something. And at the end of the match, after Cena wins, or Benoit grabs Heyman, and Cena's like, every time that I say Chris, you lift Paul Heyman up so I can shove the soap in his mouth. And he would always be like, Chris. It was fucking hilarious.
Great moments from Son of Cena, great matches. We can go on and on for days, but we got another topic I want to discuss.
Mm.
And this probably could be a final one because it's late at night here and we gotta get some rest. Favorite video games, your favorite wrestling video games, top 5.
Oh gosh, top 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my number. These are in no particular order, so I'm gonna give one out. WCW NWO Revenge.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever played that on the.
No,
Nintendo.
I do not have. I've never had a Nintendo 64.
That was on N64.
Yeah.
It was like a predecessor. It was before No Mercy, and it was a great game. I mean,
No Mercy, like everybody says, that's like one of the greatest games.
Yeah, and they kind of pushed WCW and NWO Revenge to the side, but that was kind of what was the word I'm looking for? That was the blueprint for what Revenge or what No Mercy would be. And my biggest gripe with Revenge was you grab a weapon from the crowd, but the second you drop the weapon, it just disappeared.
Oh, that's weird.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it would just fall through the mat or the floor or whatever. I'm just like, really? You know? And they would always have Sting starting off with a bat. They would always have Parker starting off with a chair. So I just thought that was great. And the roster was great too. I think it came out in '98, so it was right around the '97-'98 roster, which was just fantastic. You had Ray, Mysterio, you had Psychosis, Juventud, Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, Hogan, Hall, Nash, Sting, Luger, Savage.
Yeah.
You had Glacier, you had Conan, and then like the unlockable ones. I don't remember if I ever played with everything unlocked, but like the unlockables were like Roddy Piper, Ming. Yeah. So how about you?
You only gave one. You said you were going to give 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go one each.
Oh, okay.
One at a time. If you want me to go all 5, I can.
Yeah, go all 5. Then I'll go.
So then I said Revenge, SmackDown versus Raw 2006 was a great one. I love 2006.
Okay.
Because I think that was like my first wrestling game on the PlayStation 2. And I got it for Christmas in 2005.
Okay.
And I was just excited to play it. I was like, hell yeah.
We both got it. We both got it at the same time because I got that for Christmas in 2005 too. That's cool.
And I was going to tell something, but I think I got that story wrong, so I won't say it. Another one that I loved, the game, it was for the GameCube, WrestleMania 19.
Nice. I want to get a game. I want to get a GameCube so I can play those WrestleMania games.
Yeah, WrestleMania 19 was awesome. The exhibition or the revenge mode, which is like their story mode, was really cool. Basically, you got to kill construction workers. That's what you got to do. Throw them off the legend
I've
stuff.
I've seen clips of that. It looks so wild.
I always got stuck in the mall area. Like I could never get past that mall.
Yeah.
Um, Another one, SmackDown. Just bring it. Did you ever play it? I'm sure you. Yeah.
That was
So
my
the
first. That was my first
okay.
game.
So the commentary,
Hilarious.
the commentary
Hilarious.
alone was awesome.
Yes.
The
Oh my gosh, I
last
love it.
ride, the last ride. Oh, but you know what tonight's event?
Big Show was great the other day.
Raven is a nice person. Is a good person. Like,
It's
just
tremendous. I love it.
just introduce the superstars.
I love when video games don't take themselves too serious. NHL 2003 has hilarious commentary as well, and I love
Taz, you make the sound. And like you can go like backstage and brawl all over. You could brawl in the
it.
streets. You could brawl in the WWF in New York. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really really cool. I
I
enjoyed that.
wish the story mode was a little stronger, but I do love Just Bring It. Yeah. What
Yeah,
else you got?
my final pick.
That's five already?
Well, I think so. Yeah, because Revenge 19 just
Oh
bring it.
six. Oh
Oh
six.
06. I mean, I can give honorable mentions.
Okay.
Honorable mentions go out to WWE 2K14. That was a great one. That was the 30 years of WrestleMania, and that was a good one. I had like all the unlockables. I don't remember if I had all the DLC, but I remember I had all the unlockables because I had that little thing. I paid for the all unlockables thing. So that's an honorable mention. Another honorable mention goes to 2K17 because you can go backstage and brawl backstage. And Goldberg, I think, was in that one as well. Um, and then my number one, Day of Reckoning is also a honorable mention.
I got a GameCube back then when Day of Reckoning came out to get Day of Reckoning. I had Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2, but I was never really crazy about the GameCube. I ended up like selling my GameCube. And now after finding out about like games like WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 19, I want to get a GameCube again to play those games.
Yeah. Um, and also, this way I wanted to tell. I think it goes to my GameCube. It goes for the GameCube one. But I got that around Christmas of, gosh, it had to have been '03. Christmas '03 is when I got the GameCube. And I remember unwrapping the GameCube games first. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm getting a GameCube because I've been asking for that. Mom and Dad are like, oh, no, you're not. Those games are for your uncle's GameCube. We screwed up. And there was no GameCube wrapped under the tree at all.
Yeah.
They saved that for when the family came over.
Ah.
So you see how it went.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did the bullshit. So
Right.
anyway, and then my number one, SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
Okay.
Actually, it's not my number one, but it's just my fifth pick. Because I'm not going to rank these in order. Like I said, they're just top five. But I really wish that they would do. I wish that they could recreate the SmackDown versus Raw 2008 for the Xbox One S. And what I mean by that is they had these certain styles. In '08, you could play as the hardcore style, the high flyer style, the brawler, the powerhouse, the showman. And in particular, I'm talking about that hardcore style because in '08, you could do so many cool moves. You could do a moonsault off of the chair. You could bust yourself open with a chair. You can bust yourself, or you can bust your opponent open with a barbed wire. You can't do that on '08 or on the newer ones. I wish you could.
Right.
It was really really cool.
Right.
My GM mode was super cool too. I love that. I like it on this one too. Don't get me wrong. But I love my GM. So anyway, what are your top five?
So my top five for five, it would be SmackDown 2. I thought that was a fun game. I got that only a couple of years ago, and I haven't played it too much, but I've played it enough to know that I do enjoy it. The story mode that was. I think I'm pretty sure that's where like the first story mode, at least from PlayStation games, came from. Because I don't think the first SmackDown had a story mode, if I remember correctly. But it was a decent story mode. For four, I absolutely, if there's one SmackDown versus Raw that I absolutely fucking loved, it was 2007.
Seven was good.
I absolutely love SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That's my number four. I love
The thing
personal.
on the '07 one, I learned a little trick in the created wrestler thing. I don't know. I don't remember how to do it,
Mhm.
but on the created wrestler thing, it was a certain way where you can get one pair of tights on this leg, one pair of tights on the other leg. I can't remember how you do it,
Oh
but
wow.
yeah, it was really cool. So I did
The
that a lot.
it I beat that game.
I think I
I
did too.
I completed a lot of the shit pretty quickly, and then like the last thing I needed to do, and I think this was a tough one for everybody too, where you had to beat Great Khali as Mickey James,
Oh God.
and that took me forever to do. It was like on high difficulty, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, I'm sure it
And
was.
the way I figured out how to win that is you could actually change the match type and make it like no disqualification. That's what I remember doing. I made it like no disqualification, and
Did use chairs and stuff.
I wore Kali down with weapons,
Also,
and that's
you
how.
said that was the first game in a long time you could brawl in the crowd.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember
And
that, but that was when you can, like that
yeah,
little corner area, they had like the table set up. And
yep.
yeah.
And I loved how you can personalize like that room thing where I guess it would be like a locker room where you could personalize and put posters in. I remember I had mine had like a Melina poster in it because at the time I was crazy about Melina. Still, I still like her. She is beautiful, but I had like
Mhm.
a Melina poster and there was a whole bunch, probably like a SmackDown and a Raw poster. It was that customization with that room was cool as well. Uh,
Change the
so
color.
for for top three, uh,
I think
there's always been three WWE game pro wrestling games that I absolutely love and it will never change. It's pretty much the three games of my childhood. For number three, SmackDown Just Bring It. SmackDown Just Bring It is three, pretty much because of what I said earlier, where it lacked in story mode. Maybe with a better story mode, this could have been higher, but
mm-hmm.
that's the one thing. But it is still a
So
fun
you're
game.
ranking these in order, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing it in order. So
Okay.
that's why Just Bring is at number three. It's not a bad game. It's a fun game. You can play exhibition matches. There's nothing wrong with it. You do have a story mode, but your story mode is essentially what title do you want to go for? Do you want to go that like Mr. McMahon comes up to you and is like, I have this title for you to challenge for, or it's either you go for a tag match or something. It's like you can decline and go for something else,
Mm-hmm.
and
They give you options.
then like you wrestle a couple matches, and then you get your big title match at WrestleMania, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's literally the only storyline. It's the same thing for every wrestler you choose. So that's the reason why this isn't higher, but
Mm-hmm.
still fun game. You can brawl backstage. You can, you know, there's so many stuff. Like you said, you can wrestle at the World, which is something you can also do at the other top my top two games. Which bit of a spoiler, I guess there, but I'll get to that later. Um, and like I said, I think you brought it up actually before I could, but the
Yeah. The commentary.
commentary is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking hilarious. Just bring it. Great game. Number two, very next year. Shut your mouth.
No.
SmackDown, shut your
What?
mouth.
Oh.
What? Yeah,
You told
SmackDown.
me to shut my mouth.
SmackDown, shut your mouth.
No, I'm sorry. I was making a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah, I got you. I got you. I thought you were saying no for putting it at two, but no, I got what
No,
you're
you
saying.
said shut your mouth. I was like, oh, fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah. No, I got you.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No, you're good. Uh, shut your mouth. was an upgrade from Just Bring It, where it actually had a long term story mode that was pretty interesting. And there's a cool thing too that I didn't even figure out until many years later. If you do a story mode with somebody and you get all the belts, you're considered the Grand Slam champion on the game. And like
Oh,
there's a cut scene where it's like I think Ric Flair. It depends on what show you're on. I think the cut scene if you're on Raw is like Flair comes to you, and I think if you're on, hang on,
you good?
yeah. So the cutscene is either like Flair or Shawn Michaels, I think, depending on which show you're on, where they're like, "You're the Grand Slam champion, congrats." So that's cool.
They told you to leave your voice, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm trying to be a little quiet here.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so there's that, and then yeah, just the story mode is tremendous. What else could I say for Shut Your Mouth?
Go one more time.
Um,
You got me shut my mouth, dog. I'm just saying.
yeah, it's just a fun game. That's my number two. My number one, very next year. Once again, like I said, it was my childhood. Very next year, Here Comes the Pain,
I
which
played.
was
I played Here Comes the Pain, and for
yeah,
me, sometimes when I would pause the game because it was like a used game,
mm,
so it wasn't like brand spanking new when I got it, but it was a used one. So sometimes when I would pause, it would just make this like noise. I would have to
mm,
start the whole game. So
yeah,
and also with Day of Reckoning, if your disc was scratched, it would always go to a black screen and say, "This game disc cannot be read." And there's one match I
wow,
remember vividly doing. It was Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. And right as the match begins, the bell rings, ding ding ding, and then you hear the music start to play. So you hear the music play, ding ding ding, and then this game disc cannot be read.
yeah.
Like damn.
So just like Shut Your Mouth was to Just Bring It, Here Comes the Pain was a step up from Shut Your Mouth. The story mode was even better. I love the ending where if you're going for the title at WrestleMania, they do like interviews for you before the thing, and then like after you win, you go to the back and like everybody's congratulating you and shit. And yeah, that's Here Comes the Pain was just a really good game. And it's crazy some of the characters that were supposed to be in the game that ultimately weren't, and no pun intended on ultimately, but Jeff Hardy, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, they were all like scrapped from the game when they were supposed to be in it. That's pretty crazy.
Who was Hogan?
Um, Hogan, Warrior, and Jeff Hardy
Oh,
all
okay.
scrapped from the game. Yeah. Um, with Warrior, he did not want to have anything to do with WWE at the time. With Jeff Hardy, he obviously left for TNA, so I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's what led to that. And Hogan left during the summer, and I guess they were still developing the game at the time. That's what led to Hogan not being in it. Um, yeah, all those games are fun, are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Shut Your Mouth will always kind of have
Yeah. Shut your mouth, right?
it
I'm
will
making you
always
sorry.
that will always hold a soft spot in my heart. Uh, I don't know. It was my second game, but it was awesome. Even though I do like Here Comes the Pain a little more, Shut Your Mouth was just it brings back a lot of memories. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these games
Yeah.
bring back a lot of memories. I remember. I guess I was 6 when it was 2006 is when I got my first TV in my room. And I remember when I had SmackDown versus Raw 2007, just sitting in my room and playing that game all night, and at school the next day. Um,
Yeah.
so, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of the FCTENT show. Until next time, he's Frank. I'm CJ. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video. Tell us down below in the comment section what is your favorite wrestling video game? What's your favorite John Cena match, promo, moment, whatever? Let us know in the comments down below. And until next time, we out. Deuces.